Meet Prithviraj. For years, his daily life was defined by severe alcohol dependency and chain smoking, a loop of toxic circles that dominated his 20s. As an only son, his decline carried a heavy social weight. His family lived with constant anxiety, absorbing the whispers of neighbors who watched their boy lose his way. Having exhausted standard medical and religious remedies, his mother made a final, desperate phone call to her niece, a woman who had dedicated her life to the Brahma Kumaris spiritual organization. When every conventional path leads to a dead end, a family must look towards solutions that exist outside the bounds of logic or tradition. The cousin offered a bold guarantee. Simply bringing Prithviraj into the environment of Mount Abu would initiate a shift that years of lectures and treatment had failed to produce. Prithviraj arrived at the sprawling Shantivan campus armed with skepticism. He followed the unfamiliar rituals, eating a holy sweet called a Toli, and receiving a focused, silent gaze known as Drishti. He was testing a massive claim that an intangible spiritual atmosphere could somehow override the hardwired chemical demands of a long-term addiction. The shift was immediate. During his 15-day stay, Prithviraj remained sober without the agonizing withdrawal he had feared. He realized the chemical highs he chased were dismantling his health. While still at the retreat, he vowed to never touch a drink or a cigarette again. This new energy translated into rapid action. Within months, he organized a local spiritual study center, a pathshala in his own neighborhood, to share what he had learned. Soon, his old life felt insufficient. He decided to leave his home behind and relocate to the headquarters in Madhuban to serve the community full-time. In recovery, this initial burst of success is often called the honeymoon phase. The relief of being free from pain creates a massive surge of motivation, though the true test of endurance still lies ahead. That test arrived when Prithviraj volunteered for service in the Shantivan solar kitchen, moving from spiritual study to intense manual labor. This church shows the massive logistical scale. While a typical restaurant feeds hundreds, this kitchen prepares meals for 20,000. Because the solar facility relies on the sun, every meal must be completed within a strict 2-hour window, forcing a frantic rhythm. The physical toll was devastating. Hours of heavy lifting, the relentless stacking heat, his initial enthusiasm completely vanished. He felt completely invisible and profoundly alone. He eventually directed an angry complaint toward the divine, frustrated that his massive sacrifices were seemingly going unnoticed. Spiritual conviction is often forged at this specific intersection, where the chosen path becomes more physically and emotionally taxing than the life left behind. Prithviraj reached his limit. Exhausted and bitter, he made the decision to abandon the ashram and return to his former life. He marched toward the meditation room at Tapasya Dham. He didn't go there to pray, but to tell God that he was finished with this life of unrecognized labor. He put on his headphones and played music, creating a wall of sound to block out the very environment he had once traveled hundreds of miles to find. He had come searching for peace, but instead found a grueling schedule and physical pain. This friction revealed the hidden expectation that his service should have bought him a more comfortable life. As he walked past the meditation room, something stopped him. He felt an inexplicable physical pull arrest his momentum and draw him toward the doorway. Startled, he removed his shoes and stepped inside, his prior anger suddenly eclipsed by a sense of curiosity. At that exact second, a specific lyric played through his headphones. "Where will you go if you walk away? Wherever you go, you will only find me." This precision-timed moment of serendipity shattered his resolve. The impossible timing validated his struggles in a way that no words of encouragement ever could. Today, Prithviraj remains a dedicated volunteer at Pandav Bhawan. He performs his daily duties with a quiet, steady resolve, no longer looking for external recognition. Profound inner peace is a product of absolute conviction, a state that